Welcome back to another Film Geek movie review. In just a moment, I'm going to walk my happy butt over to the futon to check out the Hulu original, Eenie Meanie. Eenie Meanie is written and directed by Sean Simmons, and it's starring Samara Weaving, Carl Gustman, and Andy Garcia. This tells the story of a woman who used to be a getaway driver and tried to get out of the mob scene, but wouldn't you know it, they're pulling her back in for one more job. So this movie is starring Samara Weaving, as I said, and I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. If you put Samara Weaving in a movie, I'm going to go see it, because I think she is one hell of a rising talent. I've seen her in a lot of films recently. I really enjoyed her in the film Ready or Not. That's probably one of my favorite movies I've seen her in, and so I'm really looking forward to her performance in this movie. And this is also the kind of film I love. I love a good action comedy. And you know who else loves a good action comedy? Why, my faithful movie companion Haku, who's patiently waiting for me over on the futon. So it's enough of the jibber jabber here, folks. It's time for me to get over to the futon and check out Eenie Meanie. Getting done watching Eenie Meanie, and guys, while I did enjoy this film, I thought it was a perfectly acceptable Friday night streaming film, I don't necessarily think that it was worth a ticket price for a theatrical release. So let's get this started, shall we? We're going to get things started with negatives, then move into the positives to end the video on the ever so important high note. First off, let's just talk about the pacing of this film. Now, the movie itself does not clock in at a long time. It's only an hour and 34 minutes long. And the film is set up in the good old 3-act sequences. The first act of the film, you're just kind of setting things up, getting to know our main character, Edie. That's her name, actually. It's not Eenie Meanie, it's her nickname. I think one person calls her Eenie Meanie throughout the entire film, and from all out, everyone else is just Edie. So anyways, this sets up the story with our main character, Edie, who she is, why she got into the criminal underworld, and why she's getting back into it. And then we get into the second act. Now, the second act of the film is where it gets into the planning of the caper that they're about to do. However, instead of telling a lot of fun little hijinks and all that are going on during the planning of this heist, there's a little bit there. The movie decides to tell a story about Edie and her ex-boyfriend, and the two of them coming together and trying to re-spark their relationship. And unfortunately, for a movie like this, I think throwing in a little romantic story and all really slowed the film down a little bit, because what people really wanted to see was a lot more fun, a lot more action, and honestly a bit more of, again, the planning of the heist. How is this all going to go down? Because those moments can be a lot of fun and filled with a lot of funny antics and all. Think of something like Ocean's 12. The film does also not necessarily have a lot of action in it. Now, at the very beginning of the movie, in the first act, you're greeted with a really cool chase sequence where we get to see Edie show off her driving skills a little bit, but then the film pretty well takes a big break from getting to see her do any driving again until you get into the third and final act of the film when the heist is going on. And I really think that we really should have seen her behind the wheel a little bit more, so we could have really taken in her skills and all, so then when you get to see her in the big heist, you're not surprised by everything that's going on, and oh wow, I didn't know she was this good. You already know exactly how talented she is going into it. So unfortunately, the action of the film just wasn't there enough on my level. Now, the car chase sequences that are there are super fun, extremely well done, and they look great. I love the cinematography during it. I like the way everything was done. So the chase sequences, when you get them, were great. But the unfortunate thing is that you just don't get enough of them. This film has also got some comedy attached to it. In fact, it was really kind of advertised as an action comedy, and unfortunately, I didn't find myself laughing as much as I was hoping to, and I think a lot of that was because I was expecting this film to be a bit more of a teen crime caper type of thing, where basically Edie would be the leader of some group of misfit type of criminals that are, they seem like they're not good at their job, but then all of a sudden, boom, these guys are experts at exactly what they're doing and so on. And that's what I was really kind of hoping for, but unfortunately, again, like I said, they went with the romance story, and I know it gives the character of Edie a bit more depth and all, but I keep going back on it, but I'm trying to, I'm trying not to focus on it so much. But all in all, guys, I would have to say that, yes, the action was on point, we just didn't get enough of it. Just like the comedy, there was moments I laughed, we just didn't get enough of it. There just wasn't enough of being able to see Samara Weaving's character and the skills that she has. That's all I'm saying. But there were some things about this movie that I really enjoyed. One was Samara Weaving. I thought she did a great job. Oh, I guess I'm in the positives. I thought Samara Weaving was excellent in this role, and she was really the shining force that really kept me going for this movie, because she really cared. I mean, you could really tell that she worked really hard on her character, she was giving it her all, and she brought a lot to this film. The action sequences that are in this movie look outstanding. I really enjoyed watching a lot of the car chase sequences throughout the film, even though we didn't get as many as I would like. The ones that were there were great. The story was not necessarily a very complicated story. It was very been there, done that kind of thing. So if this is one of those, if you're somebody who really doesn't like a super complicated crime thriller, then you're probably going to like things in this film. All in all, guys, I guess at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that this is a perfectly acceptable stream-it-at-home film. Not a whole lot of thrills and frills with this one, but then again, it's not necessarily something that you will not entertain you. This film is fun, it has its moments, it's got some good stuff in it, it's just that it doesn't completely come together for it to be something that I would feel would do very good in theaters. But as a streaming film on Hulu, all you have to lose is an hour and 34 minutes of your time, and in all honesty, guys, you're probably going to find a little bit of enjoyment somewhere in this film. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Thanks again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.